All right, I'm back at the house. It's Memorial Day, and I got to get one more log out. So I brought my tractor back to help my buddy get a log out at his property, and then to exchange labor, his father-in-law is going to mill up logs that I had bought from a different guy. So I dropped off the logs, went and got my tractor, brought it back, pulled his log out, and then in the meantime, you know, in the next month or so, hopefully those logs get milled up for me, which will save me a bunch of time. So I cut down those trees last year, the white pines for our cordwood house build, and one of them is still up there, like half of it. In all honesty, I got bored pulling out all the logs, but it was way back there. I had a ton of other things going on. Anyway, I'm gonna pick it up now. Now the bugs have gotten into it, but I'm gonna use it for the posts for the house and mill it up for lumber also. I've done that already with logs that are 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old, I can't remember, and the wood is perfectly fine without the bark taken off for that purpose. So I have the tractor here with the logging winch, and it's a really long pole, so I have two pretty long chains, I would say 50 footers, to help get it over my hill. But I want to just show you that this logging winch is paying for itself. Not everybody's building a house with their own trees and pulling them out themselves, but if you were and you had a tractor, I think it was $3,500 for this logging winch. It's paying for itself over and over again. Not to mention all the firewood it's giving us too over the years. And it's a robust piece of equipment, so I don't foresee it breaking anytime soon. And it's fairly simple, so there shouldn't be too much to maintain it either. So anyway, I just want to do a quick video on me pulling out this log, because it's a long ways. It's got to be almost 60 yards. So and I wouldn't be able to get this log with any other way, you know, 10-foot full logs coming up over this hill without the logging winch. So I'm just gonna shoot our pond real quick, because if you've been following the channel, or depending on when I post this, we've sold our house and we're moving to our land. So this will be the last time we get to see the pond. I built this probably 15 years ago. All right, that was more for me than you. Tractor's sitting here on quite an angle on top of our hill. I've already pulled out one log that's 9 feet long. That'll turn into an 8x8 post and a bunch of lumber. And here's the end of the tree. So I could cut a bunch of trees, clear out a bunch of brush, drive the tractor up here. Not only am I, you know, wrecking trees, and it's also dangerous driving the tractor because it gets really steep, that last portion. But this is the tree that I cut down. This is a year ago. It's about a 30-inch diameter white pine, and it was about 130 feet tall. But as you can see, there's many of them around here. There's probably a good I'd say 40 or 50 more trees. But anyway, I cut I think 7 down, and it'll build our entire home. So they're not going to waste. All right, I'll pull out this log. I gotta roll it now, otherwise it's gonna hit those trees. There's my 8x8 post. Pretty square. And then another 2x8, and then I can get another 2-inch board out of the one below. All right, so not bad. I got a 2x8s, 2 by probably 10, and then I don't know, like a 2x12 or something with a semi-live edge, and then my 8x8. So not bad for today. It's getting hot, so I'm gonna quit. But I got one more log to do, and the bugs again. That was cut down a year ago, a little over a year ago, and there's no bugs in there at all. So that'll end up becoming framing for windows, or possibly a garden shed / greenhouse. So that next log gave us another 8x8, 2.5 by 8, which will be a floor joist, probably in the garden shed, and then a 12 by 2. So the forestry winch and the sawmill, the logging, chainsaw mill, both together are definitely paying for themselves for lumber and firewood. Winch is taking a little bit longer, but the sawmill, chainsaw mill, I mean, it pays for itself in a few logs. I would say, especially nowadays. So it's working out good.